Hi guys. I am better now. I am not as sick as I was. So I am good enough to do this video game pickup video. I can do it because one of the pieces I was missing finally came in the mail. I ordered something off Mercari about 2.5 weeks ago, and it finally came from Arizona. So, FedEx is terrible. We have some really, really cool and interesting things that I want to show you in this pickup video. A lot of it is actually not really video games themselves, but it's a lot of miscellaneous things. So, let's first start off by going over a couple of Tiger electronic games, but these are actually Harry Potter type stuff. This is a sealed copy of the Harry Potter Magic Spell Challenge. I do have some Harry Potter Tiger electronic toys, and I did not know there were a lot of these. I found some more. So this says, battle against an evil wizard in a wizard's duel. By moving the wand, you repeat and cast your spells. Cool digitized sound effects. And here it shows follow voice and light commands through 8 levels of play. Spells in the gameplay are performed using the 2-way motion sensor and the 4 colored buttons. IR function lets you play head IR magic wand with a friend. I think that says IR, yeah. How strong are your wizard powers? Test your skills in a fast-paced game against an evil wizard. Repeat voice and light patterns, counter-attack moves, and cast your own spells. Be quick and stay alert across 8 levels of gameplay. Don't make more than 3 mistakes, or lose the game in all your powers. Enjoy 2-player games when you challenge a friend with a wand. But be careful and quick, you have only seconds to win. Push the colored buttons and wave the wand to access magical digital sounds and lights. Can you master the Magic Spell Challenge? This came out in 2001, so this is 22 years old already. And then we have this little Harry Potter Tiger electronic game, Motion Activated Fluffy. Your Motion Activated Fluffy is equipped with a powerful electric cell that will light up thousands and thousands of times. How to use. On the bottom of the clip-on is a switch. Turn the switch clockwise to turn it on. You may need to use the edge of a coin to turn the switch. This activates the clip-on to light wherever it is jingled. 2. To turn off the light, turn the switch on the bottom counterclockwise. Caution. A non-replaceable electric cell is used in this product. Do not disassemble this product to prevent children from swallowing the electric cell. Do not allow children below the age of 3 to hold this product in order to prevent them from swallowing it. Throw away the transparent plastic material after you open the package. It is just packing material and is not part of the clip-on. And then it says warranty for defect or damage and 30-day limited warranty information. Please call 1-800-844-3733. I wonder if that number even exists today. So this also came out 22 years ago. It's 2001. This isn't actually a game. This is just, I don't know what this is really. A keychain maybe? I have no idea. It's strange. But anyway, we have that. Now, we have some pop products. So, first we were missing this. This is a, see if I can zoom in a little here. There we go. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Pop keychain, and this is the version with the ring. I think there's one without a ring that I'm missing. So we have that. We finally have the Funko Soda figures, both the regular one, limited edition, where there was only 12,500 made, And then we have the flocked edition, the Chase edition, excuse me, where there's only 2,000 of these made. So we open them up. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this one here is the regular version, I believe. Yeah. 1 in 10,500. This here is the regular. You can see he's very blue. And this is what it looks like at the top. And then the other version here, the very rare edition, he's more of a lighter blue, and it's fuzzy at the top. So those are the two different Sonic Funko Pops. So we have those. And then I'm very excited to add these to the collection. I'm missing, I want to say, 4 or 5 total Sonic Pops. And 3 of the 4 of the 5, I want to say 5 I'm missing. 3 of the 5 were the original Sonic Pops that were very expensive, I wouldn't say 6 months ago. When I looked at them, they were upwards of $500 or $600 each. Magically, I was able to get 2 of these 3. Now, the boxes are a little damaged, but from what I can see, not really that badly. You know, they have some wear, but this is number 6. This is one of the original Sonic Pops that ever came out, and it's in a very hard plastic, a hard clamshell, if you will. And these are the 3. So you have Sonic, Tails was number 7, and Knuckles was number 8. So I'm missing these 3. And then I'm missing a couple other ones that came out recently. So I have to find those. One of them's almost impossible to find. And one of them is a good $500 right now. The other one's really not expensive. It's just a variant of one that I already have. But anyway, this is Sonic number 6. And I was also able to get, just finally came in the mail, Knuckles number 8. So these are them. And I got these for a couple $100 each, which, again, because of there's a little nicks on the box. I don't know if you can see that far away, but or however you're. This looks like there's tape on the box. I hope that's not. Yeah. Oh no, there's tape on the clamshell, I think. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. Well, anyway, so these 2, I'm happy to have these. I'm gonna put these away where they're supposed to go. And next up, we have another Pop. This recently just came out. This is Assassin's Creed Pop number 901, Altair. This is brand new, just released a couple weeks ago, I want to say. It's a Ubisoft original. So you have this. I'm going to put this in the Assassin's Creed, obviously, Pops. Then we have an art book here that I will be doing a video on after this one. But it is the God of War Ragnarok, Art of God of War Ragnarok book. Let me move these over. And so we're going to be showing off this book, The Art of God of War Ragnarok. Okay, so we have that. Zoom out a bit. See if you guys can see this whole thing. There we go. Alright, so we have this. And then we have some really, really cool things. Figpen came out with some new Assassin's Creed Fig pins. This is a collector's edition of 4, it looks like, Fig pins. 5, excuse me. Can't count. Altair number 1000. Edward number 1001. Ezio 1002. Aguilar 1003. And Connor 1004. These are different from the original ones. It comes in this collector's box, as you can see. which is pretty sweet. I have not opened this yet. It also came with this, and I haven't even opened it, but it says Protect Awesome envelope. And it came with this Fig Pin Collect Awesome little fig pin itself, which is pretty sweet. Fig pin logo. I wonder if there's a fig pin on code on this. I'll have to double check. But if we open up this, let's see what's inside of the envelope. Oh, interesting. It actually gives you fig pin protective cases for each one. That is pretty sweet. That's really cool, actually. So I'm going to do that, obviously. I'll put these together off camera. If we open these up, this up, I should say, here's what it looks like. Oh, and this slides off. And then how do you open this is the question. Oh, here we go. It says Unlock Awesome. And here they are. Here each one is. If I take this one out, yeah. So I'll open each one, I'll get the code for each one, and then put them back in. And what I think I might end up doing is just keeping this on display closed up. Unopened, if you will. There's some art on the back of this, which is pretty cool. So we'll put this back the way it came, and then I'll add these to my fig pin collection and get a score for each one. That's pretty cool. It's a magnetic clip. So we'll put this back in its little sleeve here. I want to make sure I don't break anything when I put it in the sleeve. I'm bad at stuff like this. I'll break something. Already it's a problem. There we go. Okay. So we now have this in the fold. And then we have this. We have a Fig Pin Ultra. And this is one of a kind. Well, not one of a kind. There's, I want to say, maybe, I don't know how many were made of this, but not a lot. And this is a gold Altair, I want to say. 1 of 1,000. Only 1 of 1,000 of these were out there. And this was pretty penny to buy on eBay. I think I could have bought this on the Figpin website had I A, been fast enough, and B, had I had enough Figpin points to qualify. But I paid, I think, $300 for this. And here it is, number U2. Altair Gold Figpin of Altair. And of course, there's a protective thing here that shows a Figpin. I don't know what you want to call this, just a, I don't know what you would call this itself, but here's another Fig pin right here, where there's, I'm sure there's a code for that as well. This F comes out. This is a Fig pin itself, it looks like. It is. So this is interesting. It looks to me like there's a Fig pin code for this gold piece, and then there's a Fig pin code here, and it's not on the back of this? I don't know. I mean, I'll figure this out, but This is pretty cool. And we'll put this back in its protective casing. And we'll put this together, and we'll also put this on display, the Figpin Ultra. So this is another release for Assassin's Creed from the Figpin company. Next up, we have the rest of this video will be games that I've bought for different systems. We have a couple of Nintendo Switch games. We have Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics from Limited Run. Now I have this for the PS4 as well. Lead the Resistance. Lend to fledgling resistance of Gelfing against their oppressive overlords, the Skeksis, across more than 50 unique turn-based tactics RPG battles. Along the way, you will recruit and customize new allies by assigning them jobs, modifying their abilities, and outfitting them with equipment to ensure victory. With 14 playable characters, including familiar faces from the classic film and the Netflix original series, you build your own teams and devise winning strategies to overthrow the rule of the Skeksis and restore light to the Gelfing homeworld of Thra. Unite the clans. Join the Resistance and experience multi-layered tactical role-playing game combat. Units can be customized for specific fights with unique gear and varied abilities across an expansive job system. Use guile, planning, and even the terrain to overcome superior foes. So, we're gonna I can zoom in here for all of you. There we go. See this game here. Now I have the collector's edition from Limited Run for the PS4. Now I also have a sealed copy of this game, Contra Rogue Core, and we also now have it for the Switch. It's the Locked and Loaded edition from Konami. Meet the Rogue Core. They might not be typical heroes, but they're here to save the world. So you have gigantic, deadly bosses, explosive co-op action, immersive story mode, and customizable guns and gear. So we have that. Now, for the PS1, I have a couple of games that I bought very cheap at McKay's, and one of the cases I'm going to have to replace because it has sticker residue everywhere. But I'm slowly starting to try to collect all the PS1 games I had as a kid. I've started to. I may not go through with it. When I restarted my collecting, I said I'm only going to collect certain things. Because I have a Raspberry Pi, there's really no reason to collect certain games when I can play them. But if I can get the games that I'm missing for very, very cheap, then I may end up just doing it over a span of time. But here's Pong, The Next Level from Atari. Got this for $5. Pong is back. The addictive game that started it all is now an incredible 3D experience. The premise is the same. Keep your opponent from scoring. But now you have the option of single or multiplayer games and over 20 unbelievably fun, action-packed levels of competition. Best of all, Pong now has loads of offensive and defensive power-ups, game secrets, and fully functioning paddles that can catch, throw, and spin the ball. Get ready to take your skills to a whole new level with Pong. So it says fun for up to 4 players, game-enhancing power-ups and secrets, richly detailed 3D environments, graphics, and character animations. And you can go to Atari.com. I don't know again if you can even get there anymore, but anyway, here's Pong for the PS1. And then for the PS1 for $2, and the reason it's $2 is because of the case and the how good it is, which is not great, Knockout Kings. So in-your-face knockouts, we have realistic polygon models, huge knockouts, real motion captured moves, 38 authentic boxers, game features, and dream matchups. So the game features fight as or against great champions, slugfest mode, toe-to-toe boxing, career mode, fight through the ranks, create custom boxers, play-by-play announcers, legendary referee Mills Lane, who I believe just recently died, and hard-hitting 1 or 2 player action. So, Knockout Kings. For the Sega Game Gear, one of the games I've been missing for a while, finally have. Arcade classics. It also includes Pong, when you also have Centipede and Missile Command on here. The Game Gear version of this. So, flashback, Missile Command and Centipede are back and better than ever. The original games are here, plus specially modified Sega versions that bring these 80s classics into the 90s. But the fun doesn't stop there. You also get the original video game, Pong. So Missile Command, shoot down the incoming ICBMs at Wart's Doomsday. Pong, the mother of all video games. Centipede, the game's got bugs. Or this game's got bugs. So this is the Game Gear version complete. And then here's an interesting piece of video game history. I already have this version. Excuse me, I should say I already have this game. But for the longest time, I thought this specific game was only released in Europe. And because I only thought that, I still bought it. 99.9% of all my games are North American versions. But I thought that this version of the game only came out in Europe. And because I collect everything I can for this series, I made the jump and I bought it. A few months back, on one of my video game Facebook groups I'm part of, the guy who always sells, I don't know where he gets his inventory, but he's selling everything left and right. Systems, Nintendo 64, rare games, complete game, I mean anything you can think of. Well, he has a sealed version of this specific game. And it wasn't the fact that it was sealed that caught my eye. It was the fact that it had a North American rating for the ESRB. And because of that, I realized that this game actually did get released in the US. So when I saw that, I said, oh geez, there's got to be a way that I can find a copy now. And when I do, I'll try to sell the PAL version that I have because I don't need it anymore. And this is the game in question. It is a dual game pack of Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 for the Game Boy. Now, I believe the PAL version I have, the box is in better shape. This is not in terrible shape. But I'm so happy I got this because now I can try to sell the PAL version and try to recoup some of the money that it cost me to pick this version up. I don't know if that's just... Oh, that is. This is a crease in the box. So, again, the box is not in great shape, the front of it, and the portion of the sides, but it's still well worth the investment in it. I don't see a lot of these, period, but I very rarely see a lot of the United States versions, or the North American versions, I should say. So basically you have Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 for the Game Boy on one game pack. So Mortal Kombat, the #1 arcade smash that started it all, is here. You have Liu Kang's Airstrike and Get Over Here. And then Mortal Kombat 2. The combat continues. The fierce combatants of Mortal Kombat 2 battle to defeat Shao Kahn, finish him, and Babality. Nothing can prepare you. Together on one game pack for the first time, the ultimate fighting experience. Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2, the most lethal combo ever created. Now, anybody who's ever played these games knows that of the three that came out for the original black and white Game Boy, 2 by far is the best. It's fluid, it's fast, it's the most playable. 3 is second best, which isn't saying much. And Mortal Kombat 1 is the worst. It's slow. There's a lag when you input button commands. I will say this, though. Graphically, I like 1 better than 3. But playability, 3 is much better than 1. The sound on 3 is horrific. 2 is the best. 1 is, again, second best. But anyway, I am so happy to have, and actually have the North American version of this. I will be selling the PAL version to try to recoup some money. We have 2 more items to go over in this video. The first, I did not know existed. This is a sealed copy, by the way, of this game, I believe. Yes, it is sealed, unopened, and originally you could have bought this game for $39.99 at CompUSA. It still has the sticker on it, price sticker. But this is a computer game, and I don't normally collect computer games, but I will in this instance because there is a horror author that started out in the mid-70s and retired, I want to say, in the early 2000s. His name is John Saul, one of the very, very well-known horror writers. I recently collected every book he's ever written, and there's a mini-series he wrote consisting of 6 books called the Blackstone Chronicles, and they made a game based on that book series. So it's from Red Orb Entertainment, and it is a sealed copy of the Blackstone Chronicles, An Adventure in Terror, and apparently you also get Myst for free as well. So it's a point-and-click game. So welcome to Blackstone Asylum. Fasten your straitjacket. It's time to immerse yourself in the chilling world of John Saul's Blackstone Chronicles. An adventure in terror, where tortured spirits from the past offer you the only hope of saving your missing family and your sanity. Terrifying psychological thriller set in the imaginary world created by John Saul in his New York Times best-selling book series, The Blackstone Chronicles. Brilliant 24-bit color showcases the immersive terror of the Blackstone world. Tortured spirits from the asylum's grim past are your only hope as you search desperately for your missing family. Intuitive point-and-click interface provides easy accessibility to compelling gameplay. Chilling storyline is a collaborative effort between series author John Saul and award-winning game designer Legend Entertainment. And I don't know if this website's still available, but you could have gone to blackstone-chronicles.com. And then here it says, first published in 1976, John Saul's name is synonymous with psychological terror. He has written 18 New York Times paperback bestsellers in the last 18 years, with over 60 million books in print in 37 languages around the world. The first book I ever read by John Saul was called The Second Child. And let me tell you something, I must have been maybe 10 or 12 when I read it. And it was a page-turner. I'm talking edge-of-your-seat horror. It chilled me. It was crazy. And I said if I ever get the chance, I'll try to buy some of his books. And I never got the chance to. There's always much more important things going on. But from between McKay's and eBay, I was finally able to get every book he ever wrote. And this is a computer game that goes with that series. So this will be going in the bookshelf section of the game room, along with the books. And finally, the last item in this video that I'm excited to have. It was the only version that I was missing for this game series. I have every other game and every other item from this game series that's needed for a complete collection. This item I've seen on eBay very rarely in the box with everything, but when I do see it, it's upwards of over $1,000, and I really, really didn't want to pay that. There was a guy on eBay selling this for about $1,200 or $1,300, and I really didn't want to pay that either, but it was in immaculate condition. And I said to him, look, I'll give you X amount of dollars for this. And he replied back and said, no, I can't do that, low of a price. I said, well, what if I gave you that amount plus I traded you something? And the guy declined again and said, no, I'm getting offers of $1,200 or $1,300, so I'll just sell it that way. I said, okay, no problem. Not 20 minutes go by, I'm scrolling on eBay, and all of a sudden I see another seller selling the exact same thing, albeit in not the greatest of conditions, box-wise. The rest was fine, for $400. And I said, there's no way, there's got to be a misprint. Maybe it doesn't come with the box. And sure enough, it came with the box. I immediately pounced on it, bought it, shipped to me, obviously. And hilariously enough, 15 minutes later, I get an email back from the first guy saying, okay, how about this? How about you give me $800 and send me a God of War 5 PS5, or God of War Ragnarok PS5 bundle, which costs about $500-$600. Now, I have one of those, obviously. You guys have seen it in the pickup videos I've done. But I didn't need to do that anyway because I was able to buy this item from a different guy for $800 less. And here it is in all its glory. It is, let me zoom out, the God of War Ascension Legacy Bundle PS3 system, the red PS3, which came with all 6 God of War games. It came with God of War Ascension, God of War Saga, with all the 5 original games. This is a 500 gigabyte model. Comes with a red controller. The side, it shows you PlayStation Plus. This side, it shows you the Pulse headset. And then on the back, here it is. Now, I did not realize this. This I realized, this top of the box is ripped. I was fine with that because at least it closes. But I did not realize there was this sticker on the back of the box. So now that I'm seeing that, I'm actually not happy because it covers the text of the box. And I don't know if there's a good way to get this sticker off without ruining the box. So I might just research how to do something like that. And I can't even read the back of the box itself because of this sticker. And I don't want to draw on the box or rip this box or anything. It looks like, from what I'm seeing, that IGN has rated all of these God of War games. The lowest rating I see is 9, and that was God of War Ghost of Sparta, 9 out of 10. God of War Ghost of Sparta for the PSP, I believe. God of War 2, they gave a 9.3. God of War 3, they gave a 9.7. The original God of War, they gave a 9.8. God of War Chains of Olympus. Ghost of Sparta might have come out for the Vita, actually. Chains of Olympus, I think, might have come out for the PSP. But I don't know what rating this is. The sticker's covering it. It looks like 9 out of 10. And then Ascension just came out, so they didn't rate it there. But it says the PS3 system brings you the complete entertainment experience. Watch HD movies on the built-in Blu-ray disc player. Stream TV shows and movies in HD with Netflix. Play online multiplayer for free through PlayStation Network. God of War Ascension, it says here, discover the origins of Kratos as he takes his first steps on a legendary quest for freedom in this prequel to the best-selling God of War franchise. So the bottom line is I now have every variant of every God of War game, whether what version of the game, whether it's a system. For example, I have both PSP systems with God of War games that came with them. I have the God of War 3 now system in game, the God of War 4 system in game. I have the PS4 Pro, is what I should say, system in game. The God of War Ragnarok PS5 bundle, and every collector's edition as well. So I'm happy to add this. I'm going to try my hardest to figure out a way to get rid of this sticker. But guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm up and about. I'm moving around. I can talk finally decently enough, at least. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.